What is your maximum heart rate? Okay, I don't need to know your exact answer right now, but I'm intrigued to know how close your estimation might be. In fact, we are genuinely curious on this topic, and as a result, want to find out how close a variety of estimations might be. And for that, we need some willing volunteers. Okay, here we go. You're good. Knock it up, Heather. Going up to 17k an hour. You might be wondering why we care about our maximum heart rate. Well, it allows us to gauge our training efforts. We can show off to our friends, and it's quite a good measure of our general health. But it can be quite hard to get the accurate number. And by hard, I mean either by physical exertion or some mathematical equations. Well, I reckon we're all guilty of having a bit of a guess when it comes to working out our maximum heart rate, calculating our zones, or filling in fitness apps. But if we are using it for training, then we should make sure that we know what that number is. And there are various options for finding it, including a few different calculations, some of which I wouldn't recommend, including this first one that has been used for many years. 220 minus your age. It is the most simple of the calculations and probably, as a result, the least accurate. And I would say that my actual personal guess of a maximum heart rate would be more accurate than that calculation. 207 minus 0.7 times your age. So you might need a piece of paper to work that one out. But apparently this is for oldies like myself. It is for those of you who are training but you're 40 or over. Now, for me, it gives it even lower than the previous one, and I would say even further away from what my actual max is. But maybe it does become more accurate as you get older. And finally, 211 minus 0.64 times your age. Now, apparently this one is for more active people, so it might be better suited to you triathletes out there. And for me, it does personally take me on a higher number, one that I think is closer to my actual maximum. All of that said, those calculations aren't gender specific, and apparently women have a maximum heart rate of around 5 to 10 beats per minute higher than men, which I didn't know. And then you've also got your smartwatch, which can do some predictions. You'll probably notice if you do have one on the app, it'll say what it thinks your maximum heart rate is. And that's purely taken from your training efforts or any maximum effort you've done. But if you do only rely on the optical wrist heart rate monitor rather than wearing a chest strap, then that again is going to be a pretty loose guesstimation. Well, you get the picture. The jury is out on how to actually calculate your maximum heart rate, unless you go and physically test it. This is the fun part. It's time to introduce our volunteers.
Hello, I am Raffaella and I manage GCN Italia.
Hi, my name's Al and I like cycling, not running.
Hi, I'm Steve and I look after the teams who put all the wonderful GTN videos on YouTube.
I'm Mark and, well, I'm in those videos.
Hi, I'm Belinda. I make the videos here at GTN.
Hi, I'm Marek and I also create content for GTN.
I'm not sure they knew entirely what they'd signed up for, but we're going to get them to predict their maximum heart rate and then see just how close this is to the test result. So for each of our volunteers, we're getting them to do a 5-minute warm-up and then 1 mile at their predicted tempo pace, followed by 400 meters, ramping up every 100 meters until that final one is absolutely maximum effort. So time for the treadmill fun. All right, Mark, I know you've just started your tempo run. Where does your heart rate sit? I'm not sure if you're a high heart rate or a low one. What do you think your max is going to be?
So my heart rate tends to go up quite quickly when I exercise, and then it sort of stays there at a high level and just trickles along. But I tend to be able to hit quite high numbers, so probably, I reckon I'll dip into the 190s. I reckon 195. That's if the treadmill goes fast enough for me, obviously.
Now, I know you're obviously a cyclist, but we've got you running. We're very grateful for your volunteering. And I don't know if you know your maximum heart rate through cycling, but what's your prediction for today?
Right, well, I went out and ride the other day, hit 200 on a climb.
On a bike, wow.
So I think I was cooked. Absolutely cooked. So probably 200, I reckon.
Yeah, you think you can equal it with running? I mean, some people find running goes higher, but you're more conditioned to cycle, so you might be more used to pushing yourself in cycling. Okay, we'll put down 200, see if you're the first one to break into the 200s. All right, Belinda, you've just started your tempo. Yeah. You're going at 13k an hour. You're young, you're one of the younger recruits of this group. Where do you think your heart rate's going to max out at? I know you do a lot of training, so you've probably got a bit more of an idea.
I think it's around 200.
Oh.
That was a while ago. I haven't pushed it that far in a while. So definitely good to see what it's going to chuck out.
So what are you going to say? What number are you going to predict?
Straight 200, I reckon.
Do you have any idea what you think your heart rate might be able to go up to?
130, 40, I don't know. 50?
I'll give you a clue. We're already higher than that. What do you think is this top level? Where are we going to get to?
I reckon 178, Heather.
178. Where do you think your heart rate can get to today?
I think it'll reach to 196. I'm going by that theory of
Yeah.
the age.
Let's hope we get your max heart rate.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, we shall see. 100 meters to go, and then you are all out just for 400. Okay, so just think this is like absolutely everything you've got by that final 100 meters. Right then, here we go.
All right, let's go.
Pump it up, nice. Go, here we go. Rafa, you're good, you're good. Use your arms, come on. Okay, right, we're going up now. We're going up. Going up to 17k an hour now. Okay, we've just had to whack it right up. We're at max now with Mark. He's done 200 meters, he's got 200 to go. The treadmill might actually be the limiting factor. Come on, Steve. Come on. Keep pushing. Stay in the middle if you can. Keep pushing the final few meters. Keep going. Come on, Marek. Come on out. We're almost there. You're almost there. Just gonna go to point 2, and you're there. Come on. Push. Come on. You're almost there. Woo. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad to see that everyone is in good spirits having done this. Thank you to all of my willing volunteers. It's the moment of truth where I get to reveal how close you were. I know some of you are peeking at the numbers already, but we're going to go through your what your predicted would be if we did 220 minus the age. Then we'll look at your actual predictions, and then we'll look at how close you were. So, Steve, you just happened to be top of my list, and your actual prediction, I don't know if you did your calculations, was the same. So you said 178 and 220 minus your age without giving too much away is 178. Now, an impressive 194.
I'm glad I'm still here, to be honest.
I mean, did you realise you'd gone that high?
I was really hard when I was running. So
That's the idea of a max.
I was confident I'd hit max heart rate, but I'm surprised it's that high, yeah.
I mean, so maybe you're a little younger than you're telling us.
Or it was very easy paper round.
Mark, yours was a slightly sort of anomaly, like high struggle. Yeah. So Mark, sadly, was too fast for the treadmill. According to minus your age, the 220, it would be 185. You predicted 195, and we only got you, only to 183. So by the prediction, you're pretty close. But I think we know you can go higher than that. So, having done that test, you still think you would predict sort of a 195?
I still think I could have gone higher, yeah.
You looked too comfortable.
I think, you were just getting a bit bored at the time. So,
we were not at all.
A day, but I think if you gave me another 5-10 minutes, we would have seen it go.
Okay, well, we'll get faster treadmill and we'll come back for Mark's. Belinda, the prediction for the basic calculation was 196. You predicted 200. I think, were true to giving it everything.
Now, the real pain faces.
Yeah, having reflected, what do you think you hit?
Maybe not 200. I mean, it was hard, but no idea. I'm 300, who knows?
196, so you were pretty close and actually got the highest heart rate of the day. Yay! Not that it's a competition, guys. So yes, just 4 beneath your prediction, but dead on what the calculation would suggest. So that was quite interesting.
And no defib needed as well.
Yeah, you're still here, still talking. That's good. Rafa, obviously being a newer runner, not actually having an idea of what your heart rate was. I mean, you initially predicted 150, and then I chatted to you a bit. You were like, maybe it's 190. So it was a bit. By the calculation, would be 186, and you hit 186.
Wow.
So I think that's really interesting for someone who's new to running. You could actually use that basic calculation in theory. But did you think there was any more in there?
No.
No. Okay. Interesting. Elle, that brings us to you. Now, you were an interesting one. So you're with the calculation minus your age, it's 197. You predicted 200.
Yeah.
And we only got to 181.
I need to push myself a bit harder, I think. It's pathetic. Well, it's weird because cycling, I literally saw it the other day, I hit 200.
Yeah,
and I was cooked,
we believe you.
But
I think
It's a bit weird.
I think that shows that how like it does make a difference for what sport you're training for, and that you do need to do those separate tests if you want to actually know your heart rate for that, your max heart rate for that.
Yeah.
Is you need to do one in running and one
Don't
in.
know how to hurt yourself running it.
I know.
There's a challenge coming from Mark.
I think that might be the half marathon.
And now we're just going to chat to the camera for this last one because Marek is behind the camera, multi-talented. And Marek, the calculation would be 195. You maybe knew that. You predicted 196, and you got 194. So pretty close. I think you were the most accurate across the board out of everyone. So well done on that one. I mean, this was a bit of fun today. It was thank you for you guys and your time and your effort, because that's a lot of effort. But yeah, I think it does just prove that it's interesting. Everyone's a little bit different. It can be trained to your sport. It needs to be changed for your sport. Good news is you don't need to, in theory, do another maximum heart rate test for a while because your maximum heart rate doesn't change that quickly. So unlike your VO2, so you guys can go and put your feet up, apart from Mark. We need to come back to him. But hopefully you guys have found that just interesting. It was just a bit of a fun experiment. If you've got any questions around heart rate or any other ideas of videos you want us to do, or if you want us to see Mark go through his paces, then comment down below. Thanks for watching. Give us a like.